this testing. This testing. Cool. Okay, this is my second live for the day. And thank you for watching this. If you are watching this, I won't be taking any requests today, for I am just doing a video, and I thought it would be easier to do through this format. I'm not even looking at the live chat right now, so apologies for that. So here, I wanted to show you guys so far what I have learned about calligraphy. Now, the thing about calligraphy is it's got rules, like most any other type of writing thing. And I'm not gonna write with a marker. We're gonna do it with pencil, so you guys can see what's going on. Now, the thing about calligraphy is I wish that I had known about this when I was getting into it, because I started out with a Noodler's Flex Nib pen, and I was almost instantaneously upset with it because I didn't know what I was doing. And so some advice that I would give to people who are interested in calligraphy is don't start with a flex nib. Don't. Just start with a pencil. You can still do calligraphy with a pencil. Now, people always talk about the basic strokes. Okay, start off with the basic strokes. Now, these are the upstroke. Now, let's just say that this line here, from this here top line to this here bottom line, is equal to one of these lines. Okay, so if you're writing this with in a line, it would look like this, about halfway up. Okay, so just take that with a grain of salt. So there's the upstroke, downstroke, overturn, that look like that, this, the underturn, which looks like this, compound curve, which looks like this, the camel with two humps. So it's a compound curve and another compound curve. So it kind of looks like that. Now, I'll tell you why this is essential. This is essential for like HY and XY letters. Okay, so that is why. You're also going to have the downward slash, or some people call it a comma dot. Okay, and then there is the ascending loop. Okay, and then there's the descending loop. Okay, now we're going to get into the reverse of things. We're going to go to the reverse descending loop. Okay. The reverse oval, or okay, the reverse oval, and the oval. Okay. And then you have the K, which is like an ascending loop but backwards, and then an understroke. And then you have the S, which is something kind of like that. Or I usually write it like this, like a number 2. Okay. And loop, descending loop, reverse descending loop, S, O, K, 2. All right. So that's how you do that. Now, a lot of these are pretty obvious. You know, when you're looking at them, you're like, oh, that's a U. Oh, that's a Y. Oh, that's a W. Or that's an R. That's an S. That's a K. It's a P or a J. Or if you put 2 of them together, you can get an F or a P. So we're going to go over basic strokes of the lowercase minuscule alphabet. Okay, so there's always an entrance stroke. Now remember, this would be half, so half of a stroke. Okay, an oval, which starts on one side, up and around, and meets up with that oval. Okay, so it looks like that. And then an understroke, which looks kind of like that. So we have an entrance stroke, oval, underturn. Okay. A B is an entrance stroke, an ascending stem loop, and a reverse oval, and an exit stroke. Okay, so entrance stroke, ascending stem loop, reverse oval. And it would look something like that. A C. You can do it in one stroke, but it's better if you just do it in a couple. A C is an entrance stroke, and then almost a full oval, but you're not connecting it. You're going right up to the line. So, okay. This thing is driving me nuts. Okay. Anyway, so the D is an entrance stroke, an oval, then an ascending stem loop, and then an exit stroke. So, okay, it kind of looks like that. An E is kind of difficult because you only go halfway up. So you'd only go a quarter of a way up here. And then you do an ascending stem loop into an exit stroke. So a miniature ascending stem loop into an exit stroke. Okay. F is an entrance stroke into a descending stem loop and a reverse ascending stem loop into a reverse descending stem loop into an exit stroke. Entrance ascending, reverse descending, exit. Okay. G is an entrance stroke, an oval, and a descending stem loop, and an exit stroke. Entrance, oval, descending, exit stroke. And H is entrance stroke, ascending stem loop, compound curve. Okay. I is just an entrance stroke, an underturn. J is an entrance stroke, a descending stem loop, and an exit stroke. K is an entrance stroke, an ascending stem loop, and the K and an exit stroke. L is an entrance stroke, an ascending stem loop, and an exit stroke. M is done two ways: entrance stroke, a downstroke, an overturn, a compound curve. Or you can do an overturn, compound curve. N is just like M with only an entrance stroke, downstroke, compound curve, or overturn, compound curve. The oval, depending on where it is, if you are starting, you do an entrance stroke, start on one side, up, over, and in. That's it, probably if you're ending a word. And then you do a comma dot. Okay. Or you can go an entrance stroke into a reverse oval kind of, and put a loop on the top and come out on the side. Okay. And then P is an entrance stroke, descending stem loop, and then the reverse oval, back up to the line, exit stroke. Q is an entrance stroke, oval, a reverse descending loop, and an exit stroke. R is an entrance stroke, a comma dot, an underturn to an exit stroke. An S is an entrance stroke. And the number 2 to an exit stroke. T is just an entrance stroke and a large underturn across a T. The U is just an entrance stroke, an underturn, and an underturn. V is a compound curve and a comma dot. W is kind of like a U and a V put together. So it's an entrance stroke, an understroke, an understroke, and a comma dot. Or you can go an compound curve, underturn, comma dot, depending on how you want to do it. Okay. X is a compound curve, a slash through it. X is one of the simplest letters. Y is a compound curve with a descending stem loop and an exit stroke. Or you can do an entrance stroke, an underturn, descending stem loop, and an exit stroke. Now, the reason that I add this little stroke here is because of words like that end in XY or words that have HY. So HY, say hype, the word hype is an entrance stroke, ascending stem loop, a double compound curve, descending stem loop, an entrance stroke, a descending stem loop, a P stroke, and an E stroke. Okay, or it could be sexy is another one. S E X Y. Now you could write these, like this also. H Y P E. But here's the thing. This looks like an I, and that looks like an I, and that looks like a J. So I almost always put this type of a Y, so that way I can differentiate between the I and the J, because this kind of looks like a mistake. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Okay, the last letter of the alphabet is a Z, and you use an overturn that's kind of been squished, and then you do kind of an modified descending stem loop. Okay, and that's a Z. It has the whole alphabet. Now, R's, K's, P's, and S's are probably the most difficult because you can do an R like this, or you can do an R like that, or you can do an R like this. I have seen R's done many ways. S's are usually up, down, like that, or you could do a fancy letter like this, or like that, or something crazy like that. Um, K's are weird too. You can make a K like this, or a K like this, or a K like this. Just depends on how you want your K's to look. You could do them any which way or shape or fashion that you want to do them in. And it also might depend on, where you're coming from, which letter you're going to. And B's are strange too. B's can be like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, or like that. So there's plenty of different ways to make these letters. I would encourage you all to try doing some of these types of letters and then tagging me and showing me your letters. You can follow me at oops, can't even spell my own name. On Instagram. Okie dokie. That's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.